Like seriously, it was just like I was between the devil and the dark blue sea, right? Return home, figure it out, go to the East Coast, like what next? Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ujunwa Okeke, the intercultural communicator. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber who lives in the USA. So on my channel, I create content around education, helping international students who want to come to the US to study. I vlog from time to time. Yes, I vlog. And what else do I do? I know what I do. I share my experiences living in another continent, and I also bring people to share their experiences as well. So yeah, content around this area, check out my previous video, and please do well to like it, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Yes, thank you so much. And comments, drop positive comments only, okay? So yeah, thank you so much guys. So let's get right into today's video. You guys already saw from the title of today's video what happened to me, but before I get into that juicy story, I'm going to tell you people a little bit of like background story. As an international student, right, coming from Nigeria, any country to the USA, your visa status is F1. And for STEM majors, you have 3 years of OPT, which is optional practical training. And for non-STEM majors, you have 1 year. What does that mean? It's just simply like the USA is kind enough to grant people, international students, 1 year or 3 years, depending on your field of study, grant you an opportunity to work, but regardless, your visa status doesn't change. Yes, you're not going to migrate from F1 being a student to another visa status. No, you're still an F1. So yes, you're working, but you're still a student. But you've graduated from doing assignments, sitting in class, but now you're now what a working class lady and a working class guy, but you so that's what you are. In as much as that happened, that doesn't mean that after school you just get your diploma and apply for job. No, you need an authorization from the US government to say that okay, this person is fit to work, and that authorization is employment authorization, right? So you need that employment authorization for you to work. And you don't just get it upon graduation, right? There are some things you have to do. Now let me tell you guys, it's called OPT, optional practical training. As the name sounds, it's optional. You can decide to do it, you can decide not to do it. I know some people who went to the PhD program straight. I did a master's. They didn't even bother to do the whole application and all whatnot. They just forgot about it, saved the money, and apply for their PhD because they know that the next line of action for them is PhD. So it's totally optional, it's not mandatory whatsoever. When you're done, you can decide to go back to your home country and start a job. Yes, so it's optional. For the OPT, you're going to apply 3 months before your graduation, right? I graduated in May and I started my application in February. You can't start applying, let's say in January or in December. No, there is a portal, and the portal opens 90 days, which is practically 3 months before you graduate. And there is a fee to it as well. You have to pay. And during my own time, I paid 410, I think. But now money has been increased to 550, right? I don't know if that change has taken effect, but I paid 400. DSO, we authorize your I-20, and you do the whole application and submit it. Then you have to hear back from USCIS, right? When they've received it, when they are working on it, that is in review, and finally when it has been approved. So these are the processes you have to go through. Then you now get the EAD card. Then voila, you can work and make that cool dollars. But in as much as you would not start working before your EAD card comes, I've said this times and again on this channel that doesn't mean that you shouldn't look for a job. Some companies actually know the situation of international students and how they need to wait for their EAD card before they do all the paperwork in the company and start working. So yeah, so still look for a job, okay? Still look for a job. You might, because finding a job takes time. That is the truth. Some people it might come easy for some people it might not come easy for them. So you don't know where you fall in. So just do your best and start looking for a job in time. Now, let me give you guys the tea of my own experience. I nearly went back to Nigeria. Oh my god. I graduated, like I said, I started looking for a job very early. I got a job, but I kept telling them oh, my EAD card has not come, that they should be patient with me, and they were really patient with me. Yeah, the processing time for an EAD card is like 90 to 120 days. So about roughly like 90 days thereabout, right? 90 to 120 days. So like 3 months thereabout before it gets to you. My people, mine took 5 months. I'm telling you, mine took 5 months. And you know that you were supposed to start working, and you're also supposed to report back to your school. So it's not like, oh, you get the EAD card and you're working and you tell your school, bye, see you next time tomorrow. No, because you're technically still a student, right? You have to report, you have to tell them, this is where I found a job, these are my duties, and they have to vet it to see that, okay, if these duties actually align with your course of study, right? You can't study engineering and maybe you're working in a biochemistry lab. No, that doesn't work that way. So you have to work in your field of study. Your duties should align with what you studied in school. But some people find a way to do it. You have to tweak it, even if it's not exactly what you did in school. You can just write the report in a way that it is what you did in school. You understand what I mean? Yes, I know you do. So yeah, you have to report back, and if your school have not heard back from you for some time, they'll like, okay, what's happening? They'll start writing you email and all that. So mine took like 5 months. During that period, I heard that it took time for a lot of people's own to come out. Some people were lucky, like theirs came out in 2 months, but mine took 5 months. I waited, my people. When you're waiting on the Lord, I am waiting on the Lord for a miracle. I waited and I waited. Every time I was checking my mailbox, I was just super confused. And the crazy thing about this is, because I was a TA, right, teaching assistant, I was working on campus, and I had an internship on campus as well. So the school already knows that once you graduate, that is a done deal for you. Like, you cannot work again. So like, I had no money. I wasn't making any money. There was no income coming in. All I did was spending. My name became spender. That is why it's good to have savings, because you have to pay your rent, right? You have to feed, you have to do some certain things. So imagine not being with a job for 5 months and you still have to pay rent and do everything. So that's why I'm advising anybody, any international student watching this, please do save up some money, because you don't know how long your OPT will take. That's your EAD card. You don't know how long your EAD card will take before it gets to you, and you have to survive. And when you're waiting on something, it's not easy, and when you're just spending money without anything coming in, it's just crazy. It's just the craziest thing that can happen to anybody. So that period was really tough for me. Like, I was contemplating, what should I do? Should I just pack up my things and go to Nigeria? Like, though I had like families in the US, but I was just confused. I'm like, should I sell my thing and go and stay with this person? Then okay, then what? Because why it was very tough for me was that I already got a job in Denver, right? And I'm like, okay, I pack my thing, I go to the East Coast. Then what happens? I get my EAD card comes, and I have to come back again to start relocating. It was just a lot of things going on in my head, and the address that I put is my apartment address, so they are going to mail my card to that apartment. So I'm like, what if this comes, the person living there will just throw it away? Like, it was just a lot of things in my head. I'm like, okay, maybe that Nigeria is the way, but no, not yet. It's not yet time for us to go back to Nigeria. Let's make the money we invested, okay? So yeah, I waited, and that fateful day, I can't even forget. Like, that fateful day, I just went up like randomly. One thing I've learned in life is, when you're really expecting something, it doesn't really happen. But when you just like when you take off your mind, it just happens when you least expected it, right? So that was what happened to me. I think one day I just went downstairs to throw trash. Just reluctant, I was like, let me open my box and just see what is there. I opened it. I just packed. I don't even check. I packed. I went upstairs. Then opened, I saw something from USCIS. And I was like, okay. I touched it. It was looking like a card. I'm like, okay, my people, okay. Oh my god, I opened it and that was my card. And another thing is that you can actually track the progress online, because they will give you a tracking number to track it. But I kept tracking it every day. Like, it became a routine. Morning, no, afternoon, no, 9 to, like, I kept tracking it. It was just like I was losing my mind. I'm like, okay, you know what, this shit is off. I'm not tracking you again. Whatever happens, it happens. I decided to give myself like a long period of time before I even track it. I was like, okay, throughout this week, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to review it or anything. So I didn't even know that they've like approved it, they've sent it out, they've mailed it, all those things, until I saw the card. So I was really, really happy. I'm like, oh, baby girl, go and make some money. Yeah, so that was what happened. So people, like, I would really advise you, start looking for a job in time. Apply early too. If you know that you're going to graduate in May, December, anytime that you know you're going to graduate, apply. Make sure you start by that 3 months, because at times these things take time. And also, please save money, because you don't know what your situation might be. You might be without a job for a very long time, and you know, now you need to take care of yourself. So yeah, save up money and do the needful things that you really have to do when it comes to like OPT. And for your OPT, I know I didn't really go in depth, but it's pretty very easy to figure out. Just work hand in hand with the international officers in your school, and they will walk you through it. And towards when they know that, okay, some people are graduating in spring or fall or whatever, they organize a lot of workshops, right, regarding OPT, regarding how to file, regarding how to look for a job, regarding a whole lot of things. Your resume, they will look at it. There's a whole lot of things going on campus. So you need to keep your eyes out. You need to keep your ears open, you know, and know what is happening. And you know, this is exactly not just passing through the university. Allow the university to pass through you. So yeah, open up your ears and know what. So get involved, work hand in hand with them, and you're going to apply and not make any mistakes, because one mistake that you make is really detrimental. I know that you don't want to do that. Yeah, so this is a little tea that I shared with you guys. So I was in that position of like, what should I do? Is Nigeria in the option? Like, what is happening to me right now? But I thank God everything worked out so fine. Like, I got my card like after 5 months of waiting and praying, kabashing. I got it and I got my job, and yeah, I must say, like, things are working out fine. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me if you have any questions regarding OPT, how to look for a job, how to file or whatnot, all those good stuff about being an international student and what next after your graduation or before you graduate. Drop it in the comment section, send me an email. I'll do well to reply and reply to all the emails. And guys, follow me on Instagram for, you know, more tea. I don't know if I'm very active there, but anyway, follow your girl, okay? So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I really appreciate it. I love you much. And wait, before you go, have you liked, have you commented, and most importantly, have you subscribed? Please do all those cool stuff, okay? Thank you so much, and I love you guys very much. Bye. Mwah.